Hey guys, it's Vanity. So back on Card Fight Vanguard, as in the Vanity weekly review taking place on Discord because I don't feel like putting these core cards over into a weekly update slice. So let's get the start and see what we got. First up today, we have more Deku-kun cards. So, big-hearted Deku-kun. The upper body, as we discussed last time, upper body and lower body are basically two different cards that allow, once they're in the same column, allow the unit to go into the overgrown state, which pretty much makes it so that they move to the guard circle at the same time and they can't be targeted, FYI. Moving on, Deku-kun's ability contains Vanguard. If it's in the overgrown state, gets 5,000 power triple drive and then act Vanguard or from a rear guard circle. Once per turn by energy blasting 2, search your deck for up to one big-hearted Deku-kun lower body, call it to back or rear guard circle and same column as it. Your deck can shuffle it. Okay, essentially it's literally just the side grade or the rear guard version of the main Vanguard. I mean, it's still nice that either way it still gets the 5 triple drive and does get the superior call. I honestly forgot what the main Vanguard does, but I mean, fair enough that it does pretty much the same thing. Moving on, we have the lower half of Deku-kun over here. Overgrown continues back or rear guard circle. If big card, it basically is the upper body version of it's in the front row in the same column as it. This unit is that, and this unit both become the overgrown state. Cannot be chosen by opponent's card effects, and they are, if both on rear guard circle, when they move to guard circle, they both move to guard circle at the same time, and then continues rear guard circle. If this unit's in the overgrown state, gets 2,000 power. So it's a 10k booster plus the 13k over here because it's 5k restricted to Vanguard circle. So I mean, it's a 23k column all around, which isn't bad. If it's on the Vanguard circle, and it's a 28k column, which isn't bad either. All around, they're nice support cards, and again, they do work really well in tandem with being rear guard units. So I'm willing to give like a 2 over 3 of it. Moving on, we have huge elementary school student Deku-kun upper body and lower body respectively. Both are grade 2s with intercept 5k shield, 10k base, or grade 1 boost, 5k shield, and 8k base as respective for the grade 1. So auto when placed on rear guard circle front row, if your Vanguard's either Deku-kun as card name or as a Koro, energy blast 2 search deck drops on to huge elementary school student Deku-kun lower body, call tobacco rear circle same column as this unit. If your search deck you shuffle and then auto rear guard when attacks while in the overgrown state. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 guarded Deku-kun, soul boss willing give 10,000 power by the battle. Okay, all around pretty solid because this unit has the standard overgrown state ability does. Same column as it, all become overgrown states, and then auto and put on guard circle by soul blasting 1, choose a copy of Deku-kun open body in your guard circle, and increase or decrease that unit and this unit's original shield value to 10,000 for that battle. All around, both are pretty good defensively and aggressively. The only downside is both of them do cost soul, so they can't compete with each other in that regard. But being able to be a 20 plus 8, so a 28k swing without the opponent having to be at a specific grade is great. Not to mention the fact that both of these are now 10k shields that cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, meaning both of them in total are 20k guard, so you're at 33k base inherently. It's just amazing. So honestly, this is a very good grade 1 and grade 2 support card for Deku-kun, and I do like them both as a 4 of. Then we have, our new lion in the form of Black, who interests me the most. Not because I care for this deck, but because they randomly gave it a grade 4, and we haven't seen grade 4s in so long, so my bias has been peaked. So first up, we have the starter in Black channels, the dual nation of Koro and Branke, auto roll pop and draw cards and starters. Then we have Devilish YouTuber Black, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto and placed on Vanguard circle, search deck for hand up to 1 camera chain, put it to your order zone. If you search the deck, you shuffle it. If you put it from hand, draw a card. Okay, cool. Get you a free order and get you a draw as well. And of course we have Zed Camera-chan, grade 1, set order after set order's play, put it to order zone, literally has no cost to it whatsoever. After order zone, soul blast 1, calls card to an open rear guard circle, has a 5,000 power 1 critical norm unit with boost, and at the end of that turn put it back to order zone. If you ever have a Vanguard Black in the card name, it gets 10,000 power instead of 5,000. So you can play multiple of this. I don't think you need more than one. You can just use it like Prism and Superior Search, and then you have a constant 10k booster. But if you really have like a way to consistently get soul in the deck, you can technically afford to run more than one, but I feel like at best you're going to run 2 of this. Either way though, it's a nice card because superior call target, so there's that. Moving on, we have Treacherous Broadcaster Black, grade 2 step 5k shield, 10k base, auto placed on Vanguard circle, search deck for 1 Satoshi card, call it to rear guard circle, shuffle your deck. Okay, I like how it just grabs any one specific card from your deck. That specific card, of course, being elementary school student YouTuber Satoshi. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, who of course Black gets a superior ride, grade 1 in the same set as debuts in. Act rear guard circle, if your Vanguard's a grade 3 grader with Black in the card name, and your opponent's Vanguard's also a grade 3 grader. CB1, yeet this into soul, or not yeet this into soul, just CB1 and search your deck soul or drop zone for up to 1 grade 4 with Black in the card name, ride it as stand. If your search deck, shuffle it, and then continues back or rear guard circle. If your Vanguard's a Black, this unit cannot be retired by opponent's card effects, and all your units with Black in their card name get 5,000 shield. So if you want to run extra grade 3s, Black side grade, the main grade 3, and then the actual grade 4, automatically all of them are at least 5k guard, so your hand's not going to be necessarily cluttered with all those units, and also the fact that it can't be targeted by card effects as long as your Vanguard's a Black of any name, which is all around pretty solid. All around, Satoshi's an amazing grade 1, a superior ride your grade 4 for you, and it straight up is basically shield for all of your cards that could possibly be brick, so easy 4 of in the Black deck. Moving on, we have Demon that reveals the Darkness Black. Grade 3, 200% right, 13k base. Deal, act Vanguard Circle once per turn. If your Vanguard's, not if your Vanguard, if you have a card with Camera Chan and its card name on either your rear guard or your order zone, by soul blasting one, choose up to 3 of your rear guards to under the turn, they enter the deal state and they get 5,000 power each. Okay, cool. Basically equilibrium at a cheaper cost. And then auto Vanguard, at the end of this unit attacked, counter blast one, choose every rear guard in the deal state and stand it. Okay, simple CB, stand a rear guard. Fair enough. It's not bad. It gives units power, and you know, it's the one problem with multi-attack decks where sometimes you're being forced to boost the unit. Well, this can pick anything, so if you just want to pick 3 triggers because that's the only thing you can afford to call, or you're at that point in the game where you have to call 3 triggers to hit, there you go. At least it can all become give extra 5,000 power. Not to mention the fact that, you know, you're at least able to stand the thing that you gave 5,000 power to, so therefore one of the attacks you don't really have to boost, and while it does suck, it's you lose out on guard power, and it still forces out a card in your opponent's hand. So it's not a bad card. It's a 3 over 4 of, honestly, because, you know, you have this to make him guard power. And then, of course, we have Ruler of the Demon World, Demon Lord Black, grade 4, triple drive, 13k base. Deal, act Vanguard Circle once per turn. If you have a card Camera Chan and card name on your rear guard or order zone, CB1 instead of Soul Blast 1 until end of turn. All of your rear guards are in the deal state and they get 5,000 power. So essentially, for a different cost, you give the entire board the skill in the 5k, which is fair if you're willing to eat up the CB. And then auto Vanguard once per turn. At the end of this unit attacked, but a grade 3 rear guard card Black and the card name from your hand or soul into your drop zone. Stand all your rear guards in the deal state and they get 5,000 power for that turn. At the end of that turn, murder all units by this effect. Okay, so essentially, Demon Lord Black is quite literally Bastion Prime with like less steroid buffs. I mean, this is literally just 1 CB on Bastion Prime skill, and then this is actually just straight up Bastion Prime skill. So cool. Not bad, honestly. This is actually like a straight up upgrade from this. Like, that's what I love about the grade 4s when they've done them. Like, they are always like direct upgrades. Like, they still have the old skills entangled into them, but they upgrade in some way, shape, or form. The only exception to that technically being Unrivaled Bruce, where Final Rush stayed the same, and, you know, it took a little bit longer to get to Final Rush, but it had the Vanguard restand with it. All around, though, pretty solid. I do like this grade 4 a lot. I think it's really cool, and it does still technically cost the same amount of Black does, you know, 1 CB and then technically 1 Soul Blast, which all around makes the card very solid, so easy 4 for me. Then we have Demon Leader Akane, grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear guard when this attacks into anything, or a Vanguard. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 guard or Coral, this unit feathers power for that turn. Then auto rear guard when it stands by the effect of a card of Black in the card name, you have this unit feathers power for the turn. If you do at the end of that turn, retire this unit, draw a card. So instead of it dying from, you know, Demon Lord Black over here, I mean, thankfully this one doesn't kill it, but if you did end up going into just straight up the grade 4, at least you get the draw out of it, so she replaced herself instead of just losing her outright. Then we have Verse XX666666 Schoolgirl Black. This is, to my knowledge, apparently the Black from a different universe, dimension, whatever the hell. Anyways, auto and place on rear guard circle and then during your battle phase. If your Vanguard uses a Black or has Coral on the card name, CB1, draw a card. And if your Vanguard's a Black, Soul Blast 1, call his card from hand to rear guard circle, or call a card from hand to rear guard circle and draw a card. So basically, get you 2 cards for a simple CB and a simple Soul. Cool, fair enough. And auto rear guard when it attacks into anything. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 grade Black, get 5,000 power for the turn. So this is your main restand target when you're on this thing, and this is, or when you're on this one, and then both of them are targets when you're on this thing, but preferably this one so you don't lose out too much. Either way, though, very solid supporting grade 3. Akane is an easy 4, and this is a 2 over 3 of its own respective right. Moving on, we have Dekakun Intent. Grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base, auto and place on rear guard circle on the front of rear guard. If your Vanguard is either Dekakun or Coral, Energy Blast 2, search after the lower copy of this, call it to back rear guard circle in the back row in the same combat as unit if you search and shuffle it. Then auto rear guard when taxing the overgrown state, CB1, draw a card. Your opponent's Vanguard's a grade 3 grade. It also gets 5,000 power for the battle. So 15k for a draw. All around, not bad. It could be better, but it definitely could be worse. As a triple rare, though, I do feel a little bit disappointed because, at least in my opinion, this felt a lot more like a triple rare than the other one did. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Moving on, we also have, you know, the Dekakun lower tent or lower body, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, AK base, overgrown, back or rear guard, standard cannot be chosen. If they both move to guard circle, they both go move at the same time. Then auto rear guard once per turn with this unit in the overgrown state, boost, average charge 1. Again, I don't see why this one is the triple rare. I mean, hand advantage is great at all, but this doesn't counter charge, and the other one feels a lot better in my opinion, but A is what it is. They're like 2 over 3 respectively. Then we have YouTuber specializing in crazy videos, Black, grade 3 to 10%, 13k base. The deal, act Vanguard once per turn for Vanguard. Sorry, if you have a card with Camera Chan on the card name or in your rear guard circle or order zone. Soul Boss 1, choose one of your rear guards, and until end of the turn, it's entered the deal state and gets 5,000 power. So instead of the OG Black, who could give it to 3 units and basically did the exact same thing, this only gives it to 1. But it does have 2 different skills though. Auto Vanguard and by the attack by C being 1, you choose one of your rear guards, you stand it if it's in the deal state. So essentially what the old Black did in the same cost. And then then the thing that makes it kind of make up for this ability, during your turn, if you have any unit in the deal state, it can be this unit or someone else, this unit gets Father's Power. So 18k, it's not a bad side. I mean, with the resistance of the ride deck, you're obviously going to put this in the ride deck and then attempt to get to this thing as fast as physically possible. But you are going to pretty much run this as at least a 3 of, not a 4 of, just because A, it's another black, and B, if you're worried about guard power, this thing exists. So yeah, it's a 4 of. Also, this card having black in its card name means it also gets guard power, so take that as you will. Then we have Smash Arm Wrecker, grade 2 set 5 shield, 10k base, a random support card from DZ set 6, act rear guard, once per turn, energy boss 3 until end of turn, this unit gets boosted 5,000 power. Okay, not bad. Random energy use, but sure, 15k booster, why not? And then we have the strongest game commentary alien Purple, grade 2, sorry, not grade 3, grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto rear guard when attacks anything, your vanguards are grade 3 or greater Coral gets 5,000 power for that battle. Continues guards over vanguards of Coral gets 5,000 shield, and if it's a grade 4 or greater black, it gets an additional 5,000. So essentially a 15k shield once you're on the grade 4, and it's a 15k for swing. Not a bad support card for the black deck. It's a good 3 over 4 of, you know, because it's just a free bonus each time. And then we have Drag Rid of Tarek, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. I love how he's riding something. I was going to call that a Griffin. That looks like a Griffin, and that's pretty badass. He also has like a really unique armor. Like, we rarely see like this nowadays, where like the knights are like having some dragonic armor type of thing. Anyways, auto rear guard when this unit boosts, if your energy boss at 3 more times at the same time for the cost of your card's ability, it's trying to get power for that battle. Okay, it could be better. It could definitely be worse, but it could be better. So 13k booster with energy bossing 3 or more. It's not bad. It's a 2 of, in my opinion, but not more than that. And now we have our last reviews for the day. We have our Survival cards. Aragon, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Always a cool doggo. Auto back or rear guard circle once per turn. When your vanguard or surround in the card name attacks, if you have a dragon tree marker and calm as it, stand this unit. Okay, that's honestly pretty cool. It just allows itself to stand if your vanguards or surround and you have a dragon tree marker, so it doesn't require you specifically to be on the mask. So a free restand is really good for the deck, and it allows, you know, if mask ends up restanding, it allows itself to restand as well. So it's a 2 over 3 of. Following that, we have these 2 really cool Dragon Tree support cards, which I think is great that, like, so Rairon got the mask when it did, because that means we were able to upgrade these decks with 2 max searchers that weren't the Dragon Tree normal cards, which means Dragon Empire most likely will get one as well. So we have Dragon Branch Dugai, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto placed on rear guard circle other than during the battle phase. If your vanguards are grade 3 or greater, so Rairon or Griffle Gila, so boss 1, check the top 7, choose up to 1 card with Rairon on the card name or to 1 mask of Hydra from among them, discard it, shuffle the deck, and then look at the top card of your deck and put it top or bottom. All around, really good card for like Keter, Mask / Griffle Gila in general, because that's a free Sorairon, so it's a possible Persona right into your hand, or your Mask of Hydrogum, so it's a possible searching option, and not to mention the fact that you also get to look at your top card and put it at top or bottom, meaning you can possibly stack triggers on top of it, all for the simple cost of a Soul Blast. All around, D-Guy is an amazing grade 1. I love this thing's skills so much, and in my personal opinion, it's an easy 3 or 4 of in a Sorairon Mask deck, and I don't think it's a Hydrogum, so maybe, yeah, it's not a Hydrogum, so maybe it's a 2 of or 3 of in like a Griffle Gila deck just because of its searching abilities. Following that, we have Dragon Tree Rich Pegasus Daisetch, grade 2 instead 5k shield, 10k base. I'm a sucker for Pegasuses, so that's really cool to me. Anyways, auto plus on rear guard circle, energy blast 3, search after 1, mask of Hydra Gun, reveal, put your hand, shuffle your deck. Keter already had the CB1 Soul Blast 1, get a, Hydra Gun, and then get the marker. So it's really cool that this deck has 2 that it can pull from, technically 3 if we count this thing. And then the other ability is act rear guard, or counter boss 1, bind this unit. Choose every rear guard without a Dragon Tree marker on it, and put a Dragon Tree marker on that circle, then check top 7, choose up to 1 card with mask or Griffle Gila in the card name from among them, reveal, put your hand, shuffle your deck. When you would look at the deck by this ability, if your bind zone has 1 or less cards of the same card name as this card, look at all the cards instead of 7. All around, pretty cool. So you get to check your entire deck to get a free card to hand, basically, if you don't have a copy of this in your bind zone. Not to mention the fact that this gives you a marker for only 1 CB, and it allows you to thin out for either your Mask of Hydrogum, your Mask Superior Ride target, or Griffle Gila. Pegasus is a very good searching card. Again, it gets max from just Energy Blast 3, and again, not to mention the fact that it literally just searches your entire deck for a free card. So yeah, Pegasus Daisetch, pretty great grade 2, easy 3 over 4 depending on which deck you're trying to build. And then we have our last card of the deck. We have Great Sage of Skill, Solar on a Mask, grade 3, 29% right, 13k base. Continues, it can only be written from a grade 3 Solar on the card name. Act Vanguard once per turn, Energy Blast 3, reveal a normal unit from your hand to draw a card and then put the card reveal for the cost of the top of your deck. So cool, free normal unit stack. And then Act Vanguard once per turn, cost remove a Solar one is different card name from your hand, Solar drop zone. You declare either normal unit or trigger unit, reveal the top card of your deck, and if the revealed card type is the card you declare, this unit gets auto Vanguard once per turn. When a unit placed by this ability attacks this turn until the end of that battle, increase or decrease that unit's drive to 1 and perform drive checks until the end of that turn. Okay, neat. You have the ability to give your rear guards drive checks. Fair enough, and not to mention the fact that that ability will always go off because this allows you to stack a normal unit, and this is literally given to you every single turn by the energy generator, meaning the only way this ability doesn't go off is if you don't have a normal unit in your hand to begin with. So that's pretty nice. And then active auto Vanguard, when this unit attacks into Vanguard, CB1, check the top 3, choose up to one card, choose up to the same number of cards as the number of Dragon Chain markers from them, call into rear guard circles, and put the rest on top or bottom in any order. So you can just basically guarantee what your drive checks are going to be, kind of, just for one CB, and if all the top 3 are normal units, well, guess what? All of those are superior calls, and one of them gets drive checks. Pretty solid grade 3. I'm kind of afraid to see what Gandiva does now, but either way though, that's it for this one. I hope all of you enjoyed. This seems very interesting, and now I'm kind of curious to see where Solar goes from here. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us on Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to set up your Vanguards.